midway through, and you're in the playoff chase. So, I think from the Chiefs' perspective, you're glad it's done, it's handled, it's the first 6 games. I think that it was handled correctly.
Yeah, get him back if the Chiefs can make a run this year. He had 79 receptions, 938 yards, 7 touchdowns in 2023. That was his rookie season. Last year, he suffered a season-ending injury in Week 4, tore a ligament in his right knee. He had 24 catches for 288 yards and a couple of touchdowns in the first 4 games. But Rice going to be on the sidelines for the Chiefs. I think Kansas City was expecting this.
Yep.
They kept 8 wide receivers on their 53-man roster for this year. So they knew it was coming. They've still got plenty of weapons in Xavier Worthy. They've got, Hollywood Brown. Juju Smith-Schuster is still with the team. They got a rookie in Jalen Royals. Jason Brownlee, I think, is a wide receiver still with the Chiefs. So they've got plenty of weapons out there. They kept 8 wide receivers on their 53-man roster in anticipation of Rice being on the sidelines, and that's exactly what happened.
Did the IT guy keep enough wide receivers on his roster? Because he drafted Rice fairly early.
I saw that. I had a chance to draft him before the IT guy did. And I had plenty of other options. I would like to have Rice on my team, but he's certainly not going to help me now for 6 weeks. So,
good Lord. He's got IT guy's got Hollywood Brown.
Does he?
Also, Ja'Cory Myers. And
so he may be stacked up.
Brown, Sutton. I mean, they're not all that great.
Yeah, so he didn't really need Rice right off the bat.
When do I play the IT guy? Because that'll be a fun week. Just looking over his roster.
God. Are you worried about that already? It's game day.
I know.
And you're worried about your fantasy football team?
You at least check it once a day to make sure somebody didn't do something stupid on waivers.
Really?
You got to at least take a gander.
All right, so that's the latest from the Chiefs camp. The New England Patriots bolstered their quarterback depth chart yesterday. They claimed former New York Giants quarterback Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito's back.
Off of waivers.
Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in. Tommy DeVito going back into the league, baby.
So he moves from the Giants to New England. DeVito was an undrafted free agent in 2023. He joins the starter Drake May and top backup quarterback Joshua Dobbs in New England. So Danny DeVito.
Tommy DeVito.
Tommy DeVito.
Not Danny DeVito. We're not selling Jersey Mikes over here.
Tommy DeVito is now a New England Patriots. And one other interesting note, Adam Thielen.
Okay.
The wide receiver who spent many years at Minnesota.
Yep.
Then he evidently got traded to the Carolina Panthers.
Yep.
Well, guess what? Thielen is coming back to Minnesota. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
This is a guy who was born evidently in Minnesota in Detroit Lakes. He played collegiately at Minnesota State University. Spent his first 9 seasons of his professional career with Minnesota. Then they shipped him out. Haven't heard a whole lot about Adam Thielen here lately.
Because he was on the Panthers.
He was on the Panthers and really didn't make a splash there. So guess what? He's back now at Minnesota. I had him a couple of years on my fantasy team. In fact, he was pretty good.
He's a PPR goldmine.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
He compiled more career catches during his time with the Vikings than any other player in team history other than Chris Carter and Randy Moss. So I guess when you think of Adam Thielen, you think of him as a Minnesota Viking. And he did some hellacious things up there for the Vikes.
Yeah. And it's awesome to see that there was a couple, I think, retirement parties that are going to be starting. Micah Hyde is heading back to Buffalo. He was a longtime member of that secondary. They parted ways with Micah a few years ago, and now Hyde's coming back to Buffalo to rejoin that secondary. And I mean, let's be realistic; he's not going to be an instantaneous starter, but it's nice to have a veteran leadership in that locker room. And I mean, that's what Thielen provides over in Minnesota as well. Some veteran leadership, and you got to think it's kind of the maybe the sunset party a little bit for some of these guys, where they want to go back to the place where it all started. And so yeah, Hyde and Thielen, and when you think of the hierarchy, all-time great Minnesota receivers: Chris Carter, Randy Moss, Adam Thielen.
Wow. All right, so that's some interesting NFL moves from yesterday. Army's going to begin selling alcoholic beverages at football games.
Let's go.
Beginning with its game Friday against Tarleton State. Army was the last service academy to not sell alcohol at football games. Air Force began sales in 2017. The Navy began juicing it up in 2021. And now finally Army gets on the bandwagon. In the 2025, they're going to start selling booze at their games starting this week.
Let's be realistic. The Navy started a lot longer before 2021. We know that, those squirrely Navy guys. But, yeah, it's almost as if these universities and these institutions are realizing that selling alcohol at a football game is going to be a revenue producer.
Including us.
It
took us all these years to figure it out, and the Army is on the bandwagon now as well.
Well, and it was such a kind of an archaic line of thought, and you had to be able to finally flash enough revenue numbers, projected revenue numbers, that people to get them to, oh wait, there's money that can be had here, because there was such a thought, like football is such a religion here. And I use that term with all due respect to religion, that this is almost sacred, and the very thought of bringing booze into a sacred place for these dinosaurs that were in these positions of power was a big no. And finally, we're able to say, hey, there's money, we're gonna make a lot of money. Ooh, money.
We've got to fund the NIL deals.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm excited for it.
I just noticed you're not wearing any Nebraska attire today.
Nope.
What? Did you forget that we had game day today?
Nope.
Why aren't you wearing Nebraska attire?
Because I will put that on after I shower. I don't want to put on Nebraska gear pre-shower.
You don't have anything you can just slide on for the show this morning? I drug out my T-shirt that I've been wearing all week.
But yeah, you've only been wearing that once an hour, and that's a pre-shower shirt.
Yeah, it is a pre-shower shirt.
I have like routines, and I don't like putting on clothes before I shower, because then I feel like you're just putting on this. Yeah.
It creates more laundry for you.
It creates more laundry. Ew.
All right, so yeah, I'm probably gonna throw this shirt into the washer after the show today. My wife,
or because I'm superstitious, do you wait to see how the game went?
No, I gotta wash it sooner or later.
Well, not if we go on a damn winning streak. You're not.
I got this shirt from Jim and Tammy on Friday.
Yeah.
I wore it Monday. I gave the shirt off on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And then I'm wearing it again Wednesday and Thursday.
So it's maxed out 3 hours of use, right? Like, that's got 5 shows before you have to wash that. Really? 8-hour use on a shirt.
It's my Run the Damn Ball T-shirt.
It's so gorgeous. I love it.
So anyway, yeah, I was just surprised not to see you in Husker attire today.
No, I'm not gonna pre-shower my Husker gear.
All right. Waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning, 7 to 18 on Extreme Sports. This is Huddle Up. Again, if you got any comments you'd like to add to our discussion today, give us a buzz on the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line, 402-834-1330, 402-834-1330. I think we got all the social media sites up and working now, so you can leave us a message on any of our social media sites. Maybe drop us a prediction or two on the Husker game tonight. What do you think? Give me a score. We'll pass those along throughout the hour. Tyson and I will get to our picks in the game later on in the hour. You know your conference has hit rock bottom when you extend your media rights partnership with the CW network. The Pac-12 has extended its media rights partnership with the CW network to run through the 2030-2031 season.
Pac-12 football
is on the CW network. I don't even know how to get that channel. I know it's involved with NASCAR and the Xfinity Series. They've been broadcasting Xfinity Series. I know a lot of people in the racing circuit are bitching and moaning about trying to get the CW network. Evidently, you can get it with the over-the-air antenna. So people, like in the NASCAR circle, have got to pull out their rabbit ears every Saturday to get the CW network over the air. That's how we get it here locally.
Ouch. God, that
so
sounds painful.
Yeah, you know that the Pac-12 has hit rock bottom when they extend their media rights deal with the CW network.
This is Pac-12 football on the CW network, followed by Dawson's Creek and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Boy Meets World later tonight, followed by more Pac-12 football. Like, how do you squeeze that into that programming lineup? Gross.
Well, they're going to do 13 regular season football games, 35 men's basketball games, 15 women's basketball games each season. Pac-12 Enterprises will produce their broadcast, totaling 66 events a year on the network. The deal positions the CW alongside CBS Sports as long-term national broadcast partners for the Pac-12, which will relaunch in 2026 with Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, Gonzaga, Oregon State, San Diego State, Texas State, Utah State, and Washington State.
Cool. So it's the Mountain West with lipstick.
With a bunch of state schools, and how in the hell did Gonzaga get in there without being Gonzaga State? Everybody else has a state behind their name.
Speaking of TV deals, by the way, I get, and subtle plug for Hulu Live, I get CW on Hulu Live. I also get Fox, which is apparently in dispute with YouTube TV. The FCC chairman has put out a statement basically telling, the FCC chairman must have YouTube TV, because he put out a statement over the weekend saying these guys need to get a job done, otherwise we will have a shit ton of angry college football fans. Number 1 and number 2 is Saturday.
Yeah,
and the deadline to get this deal done, to get Fox on the air, is like Friday at midnight. So they are burning the midnight oil trying to reach a deal.
Evidently, they came up with a short-term agreement overnight. They didn't sign everything officially yet, but evidently they reached some sort of a short-term agreement, they said, to allow that game to get on. So, yeah, that would have been a disaster.
Oh.
You would have had some
angry people.
Angry people.
Yeah.
I see people checking in on our social media sites. The Rosno and Stroman families will be on the road to Kansas City here soon.
There you go. That sounds fun.
Stroman's heading down there.
Russ was trying to get us to get the media rights deal to the Pac-12.
That'd be great. We could probably do that. Maybe on Extreme Sports 4. Get the IT guy working on that. We're gonna stream Pac-12 sports on Extreme Sports 4. That'd be a good idea. Do you see what Nebraska...
Would that even generate revenue for us?
Yeah, anything that generates revenue.
Would anybody even listen to the Pac-4? Anyways.
Well, who would want to... Out of those teams that I gave you, is there any interest around here that anybody gives a darn about? in any sport.
Maybe Wyoming
Maybe Gonzaga for basketball.
during March.
Yeah, maybe a run for Gonzaga, but maybe watching some of those teams have pretty good football offenses. That's all they do in the Pac-12 is
Boise's got blue turf.
Boise's got blue turf. So Colorado State, maybe they have some games of interest in the Pac-12.
Did you say San Jose State was in that?
San Diego State.
But not San Jose.
San Jose, I don't know where they are.
Where the hell did San Jose go?
Jeez. That's the Pac-12. Get out your rabbit ears, and you can watch it on the CW network. Mm-hmm. One other thing I wanted to bring up, obviously we're running behind again, which has been kind of norm for us on this show. Did you see what the new home game atmosphere is going to be like at Nebraska? They're going to have a new thing going on in the Hawks Championship Center.
Okay. It's
a new pregame destination. It begins with the home game on September 6th against Akron. The Cornhusker kickoff, presented by Bud Light, will take place inside the Hawks Championship Center just outside the Memorial Stadium gates. It'll be free for Husker fans. The area will feature live entertainment, kids' activities, food, and beverage, Husker merchandise and appearances and autographs from current and former student athletes and coaches. I like this idea.
Oh, we don't have to stand in line for 2 hours and wait for the gates to open. Now we have entertainment.
Yeah, this is the Hawks Championship Center is going to open 4 hours prior to kickoff.
So if it's 11 a.m., they're opening at 7?
Yep.
And we can have beer at 7 in the morning?
Evidently so. And it's going to close when the game begins. Fans do not need a game ticket to attend the Cornhusker kickoff, but they're going to have live music in the Hawks Championship Center. In fact, right off of the bat, country artist Maddie and Tay, probably is not on your...
I know Maddie and Tay.
Do you?
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was going in your musical interest there. Maddie and Tay. Anyway, they're going to be there the first week, September 6th, against Akron. I like this idea. I think it's a great idea. The Hawks Championship Center, live entertainment, some kids' activities, food.
It's just a monetized tailgate party. But
it is.
You know, it's a monetized tailgate party.
More ways to generate money, according to the IT guy.
But it's better than standing around for 2 hours doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Just waiting.
Yeah, they're going to have some current and former athletes, coaches going to be on hand doing some special things.
Sweet.
So, yeah, I really like that idea. That's just something new for your Husker experience coming up for home football games. The first one's going to be September 6th.
I don't know that'll be beating on the door and getting to Memorial Stadium 4 hours early before kickoff.
I would.
Oh, you'd miss the game, bud. You party with live music for 4 hours and beer.
Pace yourself.
Oh, I don't know what that word...
I know you don't.
That's not a definition I have in my playbook.
Pace yourself.
Pace what? It's just a...
Yeah, pace yourself.
Yeah, I pace myself. I go to 6th gear. I slam on the gas pedal, and...
that's the problem.
And away we go, man. I'm a drag racer.
That's the problem. You can only go a quarter of a mile.
Get me to the finish line as quickly as possible.
It's a 500-mile race, and you can go a quarter of a mile. That's all you can go is a quarter of a mile.
But we let a lap, baby.
God. Anyway, that's so now you got the Husker game experience before the game starts, and you're inside.
Yep.
Can have a beverage or two inside.
2.
And then you quit at the end of the third quarter. And then you're on your own after that. Well, you're on your own after that. So those are just some of the interesting things I compiled here. And we've already reached the 7:30. 402-834-1330 is our telephone number if you'd like to chime in with us here today. And I know if you didn't make it down to Kansas City yesterday, you're probably leaving here in the next hour or so. Game starts at 8 o'clock.
Dude, the lobbies are hopping today. We got people that are pumped for game day.
What's Barry Carlson?
Oh, you know what tomorrow is.
Guess what tomorrow is? What's that?
It's the Battle of Carlson and I's alumni. It has resulted in a jersey bet in the past year. And the first year that we had to, the first year we had this show. Right out of the gates, I had to wear the GICC jersey because the Hawks lost to GICC.
I remember that.
And I was rocking the Crusader jersey for a couple shows, but then the first show, the camera didn't work, so that nobody got to see the Crusader jersey that I was rocking. But then we got it figured out, and we wore it on day 2. Yeah, the Battle of Carlson and I's alumni, Friday night in Memorial Stadium. You'll be there.
For the St. Cecilia Grand Island Central Catholic. So the jersey is up for grabs? Or you got to wear it again if Central Catholic beats St. Cecilia?
Yeah. He might as well just bring it with him to the broadcast booth and give it to you.
Yeah.
GICC is really, really good, man.
Yeah, it's going to take a great effort by St. Cecilia.
Yep, it's going to take a great effort.
He's getting it dry clean right now. Yeah, just bring it up to me, Barry, and I'll make sure Tyson gets that because I have to take him over his check after a while.
Well, that's true.
I'll just, you'll have a check in the Grand Island Central Catholic jersey.
One of these things is not like the other.
I thought Barry was getting excited about our Blazing 5.
Yeah, there's that too.
That's tomorrow, too.
Which
we're 24 hours away from the Blazing 5.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so there's a lot on the agenda today.
We still haven't even got to score predictions. We're going to hear from the Cincinnati opposing coach.
Yeah.
We have a loaded second half hour, so stick around.
Yeah, it's 7:30 already. So anyway, waking up with Mike and Tyson here today again. Thanks for joining us on this Husker game day, Thursday, the 28th day of August for 2025.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Well, many awake and continue to mourn the victims in yesterday's Minneapolis tragic school shooting. Governor Jim Pillen, in accordance with a directive from President Trump, has ordered that all U.S. and state flags flown at half-staff until sunset on August 31st. Governor Pillen put out a statement saying, quote, Suzanne and I are horrified by the news coming out of the Catholic Church and school in Minneapolis. We are absolutely heartbroken for the families and community, and we will continue to pray for the students, teachers, and others affected by this senseless act of violence, end quote. A fatal accident on the interstate in Hamilton County yesterday. 25-year-old Adrian Washington of Hastings was driving a 2016 Hyundai Sonata at a high rate of speed and lost control of the vehicle. The vehicle left the roadway and rolled numerous times in the south ditch of Interstate 80. The Hampton Fire Department and Aurora Fire and Rescue responded to the scene and transported the driver to the Aurora Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. It is now 7:32. We will head over to the East Side Studios. Mike, Will, what's going down in sports?
Oh, the Nebraska football team. Hey, did you hear about this? They open the season tonight against Cincinnati at Arrowhead in Kansas City. Huskers finished 7-6 last year. The Cats were 5-6. Kickoff tonight at 8. You'll be able to see it on ESPN. Sophomore defensive end Keona Davis has been awarded with that 11th black shirt. The other 10 black shirts were given out earlier in the week. Davis appeared in 12 games last year as a true freshman. He recorded 10 tackles and 1.5 tackles for loss. Nebraska's senior middle blocker Rebecca Aulick has been named the AVCA National Player of the Week. Aulick posted 2.86 kills per set to go along with 1.71 blocks per set, with a .406 hitting percentage in the 2 matches at the AVCA First Serve Showcase last week in Lincoln. Former Nebraska wide receiver Trey Palmer has found a new team. Palmer was claimed yesterday by the New Orleans Saints after being waived by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday. In his 2 seasons in Tampa, Palmer caught 51 passes for 557 yards and 4 touchdowns. Palmer will be coached in New Orleans by former Nebraska wide receivers coach Keith Williams. The Nebraska women's soccer team will play host to Weber State tonight. Huskers are 1-0-2 in the season. Game time will be at 7:05 and will be streamed on Big Plus. Hastings College women's soccer team beat Park University 3-0 yesterday. Broncos are now 1-1 on the season. They'll play at Mid-America Christian on Saturday. The men's soccer team lost to Park University 2-1. The Broncos are now 0-2 in the season. They'll play at Graceland on Saturday. The Nebraska Kearney football team will open up their season tonight at Wayne State. Kickoff for the game will be at 6. High school softball from yesterday. Kearney took a pair of games from Lincoln Northeast, winning 12-1 and 17-5. Today, Adams Central will host a triangular with Fairbury and Ord. Hastings High is at Bennington, and St. Cecilia will host Central City. High school volleyball season will get underway tonight. Hastings High is at York. Adams Central is at Sutton. St. Cecilia is at Centennial. High school football season also gets underway tonight. Hastings High is at York. The Tigers are finished 6-3 last year. The Dukes were 5-4. But York beat Hastings in the season opener last year, 17-14. Kickoff for the game tonight will be at 7. In some other games, Wood River is at Centura. Superior is at Fairbury. Grand Island plays at Lincoln Southeast, and Shelton plays host to Silver Lake. Kansas City Royals hammered out 16 base hits yesterday to beat the Chicago White Sox 12-1. The Royals will open up a series with Detroit tomorrow at Kauffman Stadium. First pitch will be at 7:10. That's a check on your sports headlines at 7:35 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
We start out Thursday morning with some patchy area fog, and then that'll burn off, but will still be mostly cloudy. A high of 75 today. Mostly calm winds throughout the day as well. 60s is overnight low, partly cloudy skies. On Friday, we keep the clouds around, but partly sunny eventually. 78's the high. Then we bring in chances for showers and a few thunderstorms Friday night and through the weekend. Temperatures will still be in the mid-70s and also on Labor Day.
As you wake up this morning, winds are calm. It's 64 degrees in Hastings.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
Every football season, there's that one fan. The one who sees the upsets coming. The one who doesn't just cheer, they calculate. They survive. This year, that fan could be you. Introducing Extreme Sports Survivor, the ultimate test of football instinct. pick one NFL team to win each week. No spreads, no gimmicks, just survive. But there's a twist. Once you pick a team, you can't pick them again. One wrong call, and it's over. Your name fades. Your shot gone. But survive long enough, be the last one standing, and you'll win our grand prize. Not just the glory, not just the bragging rights, something more. Sign up by Wednesday, September 3rd at x-streamsports.com/survivor. Do you trust your gut? Can you outlast them all? This is more than a game. This is Extreme Sports Survivor. Sports Survivor.
Again, you got to get signed up for a Survivor by Wednesday, next Wednesday, September the 3rd. We'll start to picking games with the first week of the NFL season. We'll announce the prize package on Labor Day on our social media sites, let you know what you have a chance to win. So that's coming up on Monday. But they get signed up, checked out the pool yesterday to see who's signed up. We got some stiff competition.
Oh yeah, I'm
we
page
got some
3.
stiff competition. Yeah, you're heading there.
I'm destined for page 3. I just know that's how we're gonna end the season. We're heading to the fan line. I believe, if my caller ID skills are correct, we got Marcus Metcalf hanging out with us here in studio this morning.
Morning, gentlemen.
It is. It's Marcus. Okay, good. The phone ID skills are still on point. Marcus, good morning. Happy game day morning. The live lobby is hopping today. Everybody is up and ready to get this Husker season started, and I know you're a big red backer as well. Your thoughts on tonight's game?
I think it's going to be interesting, guys. I'm heading down there as we speak. We had to audible to leave this morning. We couldn't go yesterday, but we audibled, and we're heading right down there this morning. I'm expecting a close game, and I know you guys are big fans of sports betting, and I'm going with the unders on this one. I think the unders right now are, 54 and a half? Tyson, does that sound about right?
Let's see. I think that was about where it was at the end of yesterday. Let's get a check on that line here this morning. Still 6.5. Nebraska favored, and you're at 51.5 on your over-unders.
Okay, so I was predicting, so they're about right at, I say, it's a 28-24. Nebraska doesn't cover, but I think they get the win. It's just, if you can contain Brendan Sorsby, the quarterback, and Pryor, the running back, Nebraska has a pretty good chance. I mean, my worry is the defensive line, because we lost so much from last year, losing Ty and Nash. But I think if Riley Van Poppel, Elijah Judy, Williams Winery can really step up and fill those shoes against Cincinnati, because I think Cincinnati could be one of the better teams in the Big 12 this year if things go right, because they ended last year on a bad note, losing 5 straight and ended up being 5-7, not making a bowl game. I think Scott Satterfield and Cincinnati's going to be hungry, and Nebraska better be ready for it.
All right, so there's a take on the Huskers and Cincinnati. Cincinnati, I guess, Marcus, has got to 4 new offensive linemen, so it's going to come down to maybe how well they play in the ball game tonight if Cincinnati can put some points on the scoreboard.
Oh, absolutely, and if you get an offensive line that can work together and push the defensive line in ways they don't want to go, and they can chew the clock up and run the ball. Like you have that T-shirt like I do, run the damn ball. And if Cincinnati can run the damn ball like Nebraska can, I think it's going to be a tough matchup for our defense. But I think Coach Butler and all the defensive guys are going to be ready to go for that, because they know all the weapons that Cincinnati has, especially on the perimeter. I think they got 2 receivers that could be NFL draft picks. The Cincinnati team's going to be ready, and I think Nebraska will be ready too. So I think it's going to be a good matchup, and it's going to be a beautiful evening. 8 o'clock kick. Hopefully you're good enough to stay awake past midnight. I know, Tyson, I know you can be. I know it's going to be a rough morning for you, like you talked about all week. It's going to be a rough night after being up till midnight, 1 o'clock. But all in all, I hope we can see a Husker win and start the year off right.
I've been training all week for this night. Been training all week to stay up and burn the midnight oil tonight and arrive ready to go with picks in hand for tomorrow's Blazing Five. You talked about the defense and talked about Butler, man. How aggressive do you expect Butler to be on game one with our defensive blitz packages, disguising linebacker movement? This is a young offensive line, and I think we can throw a lot of tricks at them, and we can throw some really heavy pressure. But it's a defense that historically, ever since really kind of Sue, we haven't had that heavy pass rush and putting the quarterback on their ass and making them think about that next throw. What do we anticipate with Butler here in game one?
I think in game one, you kind of play a little aggressive. I wouldn't say full out aggressive, because football is about a game of adjustments, especially when you go in the second half. You see your first half tape, okay, this is adjustments we had to make. And we saw that last year with Tony White last year compared to I don't want to bring down any previous staff, but I saw that last year and the year before with Tony White's staff and then in the bowl game with John Butler against Boston College. Adjustments were made. And so you just got to see what Cincinnati's going to throw at you. They kind of have an idea what they're going to do, but I just think you got to see what Cincinnati's going to do about that first quarter probably. So I'd say probably the first 2 or 3 drives, and then make your adjustments from there. Okay, do I have to be less aggressive? Do we have to be a little bit more aggressive? It's just going to be like a quarter-by-quarter basis and pretty much minute-by-minute basis to see how aggressive this defense can be. This defense can be because you got some speed up front and in your secondary. I mean, you got speed everywhere. Your linebackers are pretty good too. But I think if you get your defensive line, get the speed and win your one-on-ones and get the Sorsby, I think Butler will just continue to stay like that until Cincinnati makes the adjustment. And I think if Winery and Van Poppel and Elijah Judy and even Cam Lenhart whoever's going to play defensive line can win their one-on-one and get the Sorsby, I think Nebraska got a pretty good chance, and they probably can be aggressive.
All right, the IT guy is checking in on the fan line. Marcus, he says, gulp, gulp, gulp. Marcus needs some more Roulade. He says Nebraska covers today.
I mean, it wouldn't shock me. It just wouldn't shock me if or not, because we got pretty much the home field advantage pretty much on the road, and I heard it's almost close to sold out now, so there might be closer to maybe 70,000 Husker fans down there. So it's going to be a busy night. I heard Stroman's going to be down there. Our buddy Rupert from Pro Team's going to be down there. I just ran into him the other day, and I think there might be a chance we might be sitting in the same section. I don't know. I haven't seen my tickets yet. We're both on about the tunnel, and we're about 2 rows from each other. I guess we might see if I run into Rupert or not. But yeah, it's going to be a big contingency of Husker fans, and yeah, we're heading down there this week. We want to get there early and get to where we have to be first, and then we're going to all kind of carpool over and hopefully watch a Big Red victory tonight.
Safe travels, my man. Inject that Roulade into your veins. If you call tomorrow, I don't want to hear you have a voice. Be loud, be proud, and let's get a Big Red victory.
Will do, boys. We'll talk to you again. I can't wait to be back next week, Tyson. We get ready to call some high school. We'd like to do some Hastings College stuff next week as well. So looking forward to that.
All right, so Marcus Metcalf making a trip down to Kansas City for the Husker game tonight. Let's stay with the Huskers, shall we? Let's talk with the Cincinnati head coach, Scott Satterfield. He appeared before the folks yesterday. He says he knows that the Huskers will be a tough football team.
Nebraska last year was able to make a bowl game. I think it was the first bowl game in 9 years, and obviously got a lot of momentum heading into the offseason and for this first game. Interesting game, being a neutral site at Arrowhead Stadium. Obviously going to be a great atmosphere, and we're excited about playing somebody. I think, when you start out the first game and you've been practicing against each other for this long, we're ready to see a different color jersey, and although it'll be the same color probably jersey that we're used to, and but play against somebody else, and and also a really good team. And that's the thing that I think anytime you're opening up the season with a team like Nebraska, a team on the verge of being a top 25 team, you got to bring your best game. And you certainly everybody's got to be on the attitude of mid-season form when you're playing this game.
And the coach says there's going to be a lot of unknowns heading into the first ball game, especially with the transfer portal.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's certainly very difficult, and hence why we didn't even do a preseason voting, ranking order in the Big 12. I mean, every team has got so many new faces. Probably on average, I would say, low 20s per every team in the country. Obviously, some are in the mid 40s, but a lot of people are going to be around that 20 mark. And I think, and then also when you open up a season against a team that made some changes at coordinator, we have a new special teams coordinator. The defensive coordinator was there, but he wasn't calling the defense. And, Dana Holgerson was there. He called the last part of the season. So, so there's a lot of things that are some unknowns as you head into the game. And then you talk about Nebraska. I think 10 starters return at Nebraska. So, that's a lot of half their lineup is new starters. And so, yeah, there's a lot of newness when this is first part of the game. And so I think one thing that you do early in the game, I think probably for both sides, is you got to get a feel for what they're doing, on all three phases. How are they doing things? And then we have to make adjustments off of that. So that'll be critical once we get into this game.
We're hearing comments from Cincinnati head coach Scott Satterfield. He says he's impressed with Nebraska's defensive secondary.
Well, I think for them on defense, their secondary is where their starters are back. And so as we watch Nebraska film, you can see those guys play and, see how good they are. And they're really good players. And I think two of them were named captains in the secondary this past week. And but up front for them, it's some new players, like, D-line wise. So several other guys from last year are not playing this year. So there's going to be some guys that maybe we're not as familiar with that'll be up front. So we really don't know much about them. And, I think offensively they were able to bring in some transfers, particularly at receiver. You can go back and watch them at their previous school because those guys were some good players. But what are they going to do in this school? Like, what are they going to do in this scheme, and how are they going to be utilized? That remains to be seen, obviously. And that's why I think you don't truly know until you get in these games and start figuring out, how are they going to try to use them and what roles are they going to be at. I do know they're talented. I do know they can run. They have size. They're going to be a physical team. I think, anytime you've heard Coach Rule talk about, he wants his teams to play physical, try to be a bully, those type things. I mean, that's the kind of game this will be. It'll be a physical contest. There's going to be a lot of that going on out there, and we have to match that physicality.
And Scott Satterfield says he doesn't feel like his team is getting a lot of respect for this game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to take any kind of motivation you can get, and our guys know that not many people will pick us to win this game. They don't really know what we have inside this building. Only we do from practicing against each other and how we've been able to train all summer and to come into camp. So, our guys have a lot to prove. And I think about, and even guys that have played a lot. I mean, I think like a guy like Dante Corleone. I mean, he's got a lot to prove this year, and a guy like Joe Rory came back for a reason, So we have a lot of guys in this building, whether they're returning starters or guys that just got here. They have a lot to prove, and I think, what better way to prove it against a team that maybe not many people are picking us against. I mean, so there's definitely motivation.
And the coach also talked a little bit about Nebraska wide receiver Dane Kay. He's the transfer out of Kentucky.
A really good player. I remember him in high school, when he came out. And he's number one, he's got great size. And that presents a problem if you're that big. He's played a lot of college football in the SEC. So, he's not going to be fazed by anything our DBs will try to do to him. And he can run, so he's got a really good combination of size, speed, playmaking ability, and experience. So obviously I think he'll be one of the top receivers that will play this year. He'll be obviously a great challenge for us and our DBs to know where he's at, to try to be physical with him. I'm sure he's going to get some catches, but now we got to go and get him down. You get him down on the ground, and one of the big challenges is making sure we're keeping everything in front and not letting guys get behind us. I think that's obviously a very important for us because I know, Raul is capable of making the throws down the field and hitting those guys if they get open.
And what about playing on grass tonight at Arrowhead?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's probably an opinion based when you talk to a certain player. I think it matters a whole lot unless the grass is slick and you can't stand up. Like the other night, that game was tough. I mean, it was raining. I was thinking maybe slipping all over the place. That matters. Obviously, if you're on turf, I feel like you get much better grip. If it's not going to rain Thursday night, which I don't know if it is or not, but if it's not, hopefully it's not, then you would think early in the season, grass, it should be pretty good. It should be it shouldn't be a factor.
All right, that's a Cincinnati head coach, Scott Satterfield. I think it's going to be nice for most of the night tonight. I think there's a slight chance of some rain late in the ball game, but it should be a great night for Nebraska and Cincinnati. Again, it kicks off at 8 o'clock tonight, Arrowhead Stadium. You can see it on ESPN.
What the hell is he talking about hitting guys in the same colored jerseys? He's like, we're tired of hitting on the same colored jerseys. Well, actually, we're going to be hitting on the same colored jerseys.
It's red.
Our jerseys are red.
So it's
Cincinnati has black jerseys.
Well, they must have some red ones too.
Maybe they have red ones. I don't know, but that comment caught me.
That's what he meant
a little bit.
Well, yeah. That's what he meant. So, anyway, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Take our break. We'll come back. We'll get you our predictions for the ball game coming up tonight as we can.
At Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center in Hastings, you can now experience the Balancer Pro lymphatic system, a relaxing, touchless treatment that works while you simply sit back. Using the principles of manual lymphatic drainage, it helps flush out swelling, reduce toxins, ease muscle soreness, and promote total body wellness. Whether you're recovering from surgery, looking to contour and tone, aiming for weight loss, or just wanting to feel lighter and more energized, the Balancer Pro lymphatic system delivers results you can feel immediately. Perfect for athletes, post-op recovery, detox, or anyone who just wants to look and feel their best, because it's for everybody with a body. Come try it today at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings.
Have you checked the time lately? Good chance a Miletta Vista Winery is open. Hey, this is Mick with an update on our new hours. Tuesday through Sunday, we're open 11:30 to 3, and Fridays and Saturdays 11:30 till 9. Not sure what you want to enjoy when you get here? Well, Miletta Vista features award-winning wine, select beer, spirits, world-class foods, breathtaking views, and live entertainment. Visit MilettaVistaWinery.com. Check out our events page for music schedules and more. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. Make your reservations now at Miletta Vista Winery, located on Highway 281, just north of St. Paul.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up, because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
All right, Mike Wilson, Science Center Browning with you. This is Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Yeah, you can play trivia now on your smartphone. You can do it that way. If you're out and about, you can stop in at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill and play our trivia game. And now at District 14, Bar and Pizza, located just across the street from the airport. New location for us. We'll have some more locations that you'll be able to play the trivia game coming soon. So lots of things going on. All right, what do you think?
It's time.
Yeah, what do you think? Husker football tonight.
Opportunity, if you're listening and streaming in on the show, drop in your score predictions, because here's ours. I think earlier in the summer we were saying something like 48-44 high-scoring ball game, lots of commercial breaks. What the hell was I thinking? As I have done some research and put together, I'm not going to bet this game. And I want to, as a disclaimer, I am not betting this football game right out of the chute. I want to put eyeballs. I want to see the eye test. I want to know what I'm looking at. All I have to do is coach speak and simulated games on NCAA football to kind of get an idea. So I'm not betting this game, but if I was, I fall kind of in line with Marcus. I'm playing the unders. It's not going to get to 51. I think this is a race to 30 that nobody wins. A race to 30, first team to 30 wins the football game, and nobody's going to get to 30. Nebraska 27, Cincinnati 21. We have a couple red zone opportunities that, because we're young and immature offensively, that we don't punch in for 6. We turn those 6s into 3s. 27-21. Huskers do not cover, and we get the unders. They do not get the overs.
Wow. I think all preseason, I thought Cincinnati would hang with Nebraska. And I was like you. I was thinking a high-scoring 48-45 game tonight. I have cooled my thoughts just a little bit. But I also, when I found out that Cincinnati was very young up front offensively with 4 new offensive linemen, I was going to hang my hat maybe on the Cincinnati covering the spread against Nebraska tonight. I was thinking like a 48-45 game. But I found out how inexperienced they are in their offensive line. Yeah, they've got a great quarterback, but I think we'll be able to get to him tonight. I think we'll be able to get to their quarterback and cause some problems tonight. I think Nebraska will win, and I think Nebraska will cover tonight. I'll take the Huskers winning over Cincinnati 34-21. 34-21. IT guy is it chiming in. He's kind of on my bandwagon. He thinks the Huskers will win 30-20. So he's got it as a 10-point differential. Are you taking one more gulp for us?
I was just taking your sip of Roulade there for you. Sip of Roulade.
So you're on Nebraska but not covering.
Yeah.
I am on Nebraska and covering.
I am on the unders.
Shane is on Nebraska in covering. What's the over-unders?
Would we say 51 and a half? 51 and a half.
So IT guy is right at 50, so he's on the unders. I'm at 55, so I'm on overs. I'm on Nebraska and overs. IT guy is on Nebraska and unders.
Jesus, we pretty well covered the spread, didn't we?
And you're on Nebraska and unders.
No, Cincinnati and unders.
Ricky is checking in.
Cincinnati and unders.
Oh, you're on Cincinnati and unders.
If
Ricky's checking in. 35-21. 35-21, so he's at 14. He's on Nebraska and overs. All right, 8 o'clock game time tonight on ESPN.
12 more hours till kickoff.
Jeez. I got a lot of work to do in 12 hours.
We got to get our Blazing 5 picks in before kickoff because we know it ain't happening after.
Chances are it won't get in afterwards because the game's going to be long.
Game's going long.
So,
yep.
Are you going to have like a bunch of people over to watch the game, or are you going to do it like just quietly at your house?
No.
No what?
I haven't figured it out yet. I'm trying to. I'm trying to piece together a scenario where I go to a Husker party tonight and am still able to sit down and not fall over off the side of my chair tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And I just don't envision that happening. So tomorrow's show is going to be awesome. I mean, you know how I get during Husker games. And I'm not going to back that down just because it's a Thursday game. Screw the Big Ten Network and the Big Ten brass that thinks that Big Ten football should be played on Thursdays and Fridays and during the weekdays when your fan base is blue-collar, agriculture, industrial workers that have to get their asses up in the morning on the work week. This is an awful idea. I hate everything about it, but I'm still not going to back down the way I go and watch Husker football. We're going to go in Gear 6 starting at 6 o'clock, and we're going to rock until the clock hits zeros. And I have no earthly idea how I'm getting up for tomorrow's show, but we're going to make it happen, and it could be entertaining to say the least.
Oh, please make the show tomorrow.
I might make the show. I don't know what kind of condition I'm going to be in. There might be toothpicks that I have to physically put in my eyeballs to keep them open.
It's only an hour.
I know. It's an hour commitment, and I got this. I'm going to be here for you. But
I want you to go to bed tonight. I want you to sleep with your cell phone next to your ear, because I'm going to start calling you tomorrow morning at 6:30.
30.
I don't have any problems
30.
Waking up.
I know.
6:30. Yeah, that's what I said, 6:30.
Yeah. Anything before 30, and I'm not answering.
6:31, I'm calling you.
We'll
You'll
make the
be
show.
up.
We'll make it work. I'm just going to tell you, the condition.
That's why I want you to get your Blazing 5 picks in early.
The condition of those could be great if I submit them during the game.
At least we'll have those for the show tomorrow. I'll have plenty of content for you
That's all
tomorrow.
we got to do. Yeah, that's all we got to do is get to 7:30, and then the show runs itself after that.
Then we got the Blazing 5.
We just got to answer the bell. But you know what? That's Husker grit and determination, baby. If the Huskers can turn out a dub, if they can turn out a dub, we'll answer the bell.
We'll be in good spirits. A lot of people, the smart people, took tomorrow off.
No comment.
You tried to get off yesterday.
Dude, I offered several deals throughout the course of this summer.
Yeah, initially you were going to take off tomorrow.
That was my goal. That was my goal, but my agent sucks. He can't talk me into anything. Getting any kind of perks.
Well, everybody that I was going to get to co-host with me are going to the game. I talked to Stroman about maybe stepping in for you because you wanted to take the day off. He said, I'm going to the game.
Most of Husker Nation wants to take the day off and is.
I talked to Marcus.
That's all right.
I talked to Marcus, who was with us earlier today. I talked with him about maybe co-hosting with me.
I mean, listen, we can just call tomorrow morning's show extreme overreaction because the Husker Sports Network long call-in show, that'll be just wrapping up by the time we start our coverage.
It will be.
Yeah, they're going to go deep into the night.
Let's see.
Morning.
Don't go till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, they will. And there'll be callers at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, there will be.
So,
there'll be some good ones. There'll be some good ones tonight at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Might be worth staying up for. Just stay up all night.
What are we in high school again?
Russ Kendig is chiming in. He says, "Just wear your headphones to bed." We could maybe put your cam on while you're sleeping.
It's like bedside.
Yeah. Just wear your headphones to bed. You'll be ready to go tomorrow. That'd be good.
I love our lobby. I love our audience. We are fun. Have fun tonight. Go Big Red. What are you doing for the game?
I think I'm going to do the sensible thing. I don't know.
Stop.
I might go somewhere and watch the first half somewhere, and then come back home and settle in. Hopefully, it's a Husker blowout. So, if I happen to,
it's going to be a close game. You know, it's going to be a close game.
If I happen to close my eyes on occasion late in the second half when the Huskers are blowing out Cincinnati, that'd be all right. That I'm not going to miss anything.
Where has your training and conditioning been, my man? All this week should have been like midnight toes up. in preparation. Just prove yourself that you can do it. Now, I did the midnight toes up every single night. To kind of get the sleep pattern down a little bit. I know the condition that I'll be in when I go toes up is not going to be the same condition that I'm in when I'm going toes up during the work week.
Hopefully you have a great recovery night. You know the last time I was up at midnight or 1 o'clock?
The lake?
No, I'm usually in bed by midnight or 1 o'clock at the lake. Well, that's probably when I was coming home from like a late night basketball game last winter. I made it stay up past midnight or 1 o'clock. I have not been a night person here lately in my life.
What the hell's wrong with you?
So what's gonna happen to me if I stay up till midnight? And usually I start preparations for the show at 4 a.m.
So you'll start your preparations for the show at 5?
No, I'll be up at 4.
God.
I'll be up at 4.
So yeah, just don't go to sleep. Just keep working.
Then I've got football tomorrow night.
Oh, God. You got to get a power nap in at some point.
Yeah, I got to get a nap in sometime. So anyway, we hope you enjoy your day. I know a lot of folks are leaving the area and heading down to Kansas City for the 8 o'clock game tonight. We hope you have a safe trip down to Kansas City. Enjoy your time at Arrowhead Stadium, the home of the Super Bowl champion Chiefs.
It'll be the home of the Huskers. I don't know what Satterfield was talking about, neutral site. It ain't going to be neutral, my man. You are walking into a sea of red.
You see they even painted the end zones. They're not Chiefs end zones.
Good.
The Nebraska and Cincinnati end zones. That was nice of the Chiefs. So, all right, 12 hours and counting.
Less than that, 11 hours.
50 minutes.
50 minutes.
All right. If you want to listen to the comments from Cincinnati head coach Scott Satterfield, the discussion we had in the first half hour of the show today went up all over the place. So if you want to listen to those thoughts again, you can download our podcast and listen to the show again. Let's do it tonight. Huskers picking up a big win over Cincinnati. We'll talk about it tomorrow morning at 7 here on Extreme Sports.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme Sports.